My name is Venantie Uwishyaka, and I'm from Rwanda, Africa. People liked the king. To have a king was like have a father to the nation. So they started, some were like against, so they started this, fighting, and then it ended up being killed. So many were killed. The Tutsi were killed. Their properties were taken by the Hutus. So that is the beginning. But then the king went in exile, and the Tutsi who remained in Rwanda were like silenced. Started off with being discriminated, second-class citizen, and then started being, framed, given names like such as cockroaches, snakes. I mean, but the parents, the people, like my parents, will not tell me anything about it because I was not born yet. I was born in 1964, so I was raised in a place where you don't talk about it. If you talk about it, you may disappear. And many people disappear during those times because there will be times when they decide, let's go up north and kill them all. And they killed many, and others fled the country. And that is the first genocide I witnessed, and I was 9. I was 9 years old, and I survived with my family.
Did you actually see people
Yes.
put to death in front of you as a 9-year-old then?
Killed, and properties, houses burned, cows being killed. I mean, it was really scary. And, we lived in that place where there is marketplace. And on a Sunday, I was sweeping because Saturday was a market day. So then the market was all over, and all the trash, all the things they never cleaned. But then the girls in our place will sweep. Then we sweep to the center of the market. Then we burn the trash. Well, I was sweeping, and I saw this paper. And the paper had a list of names. I was a very curious girl, and I said, whenever I saw a piece of paper, I always wanted to know what it is. When I read, I said, the people who will be killed at that center. And then I read the third number was our family. And then I'm like, I took the paper to my father. He didn't know how to read. He said, read for me. I read all the names. So he went, he told the other men targeted, said, this is what my daughter has found. And so I remember sleeping in one home. So we all went to sleep in one home, and the men will go outside, try to guard us. But and then they asked the local leader then. They say, we found this paper. So he went to find us help. At that time, the police man who was in charge, in fact was a Tutsi who had escaped the killing up north. So they moved south, where we lived. So he was in the police, group there, and he was in charge. So that's how we were able to be protected, because he knew what was going on. And the people in our village would say, that girl is coming number 1 or number 2, because that was, they knew who was the smart girl, who was the smart kid, who was going to go to secondary school. Well, it never happened. 2 times, 3 times. Then I'm like, okay. My mother is like, you're going to get married? People are coming to get your hand. What are you looking for? You're not going to be the president. president. And then I said, I can be a nurse. I can be a teacher. Why can't I be in something? You know. But the parents knew better. But my father supported me. He kept looking for another school for me to move from one school to another so that I can repeat one more. Well, that was my, my hardest years of my life because I became very angry. I became very envious to those who were able to access education. But again, God was just after me. One of my teachers, the most wonderful teacher who really impacted my life, Onesphore. His name was Onesphore, and he came to confront my father and said, I have heard that some people have started private education, and I think your daughter deserves that chance. Because my father had money, he was a wealthy guy in the community. And when my teacher knew how to approach him, he said, if you don't send her, there is a group of teachers who are going to send her. But forget about her dowry. That was an insult. It's like, come on, what are you going to do? You are a simple teacher. Do you have money? I have money. So out of the holy anger, I would say,
Yeah.
and pride, to protect his pride, God used that to send me to a Free Methodist private school. It was expensive. And I came and I entered. I had been really praying to have more training. And then when I got here, I looked at the window and I'm like overwhelmed. And I said, wow, this is a nice place. Then I looked at him and said, what do you teach here? He said, theology. Then I said, that's what I want to do. That's how everything started. Then I applied. That was 2008. And they couldn't process my application until I came back in 2010. I didn't give up. I said, I knocked again. And eventually, Dr. Hancock looked at my transcripts. I transferred from Nairobi, International School of Theology. He looked, he said, how can we let it go, Then they provide some good scholarship, and then I stayed.
Okay.